Thunder only happens when it's raining. Hey, Pisces, we're coming today from the book of Fleetwood Mac, Scripture and Dreams. So that's not an absolute truth, right, Scorpio? Excuse me, Pisces. I apologize. Maybe you have Scorpio in your chart. But, because thunder can also happen when it's not raining. And we just have to understand that that verse, that whole song was written from an unhealed space. And that's what we're talking about today, Pisces, unhealed narratives that we mistake as absolute truths because they affect how we move about in life. They affect our connection to our spirituality. They affect us in business and all throughout our lives. I'm Shauna, and this is your High School Tarot. And that's what we're talking about today. So keep in mind, Pisces, that this message isn't for everybody. Take it as it narrates. Take it as it resonates. I'm gonna get my words right today, y'all. What is the unhealed narrative that Pisces mistakes as absolute truth? What's the unhealed narrative that Pisces mistakes as absolute truth? Pisces, sometimes spirit would show us the situation where it comes from and then reveal what the absolute truth is. So please just keep that in mind. We have the King of Swords here, the Hanged Man, and the Fool. Yeah, this is something that definitely affects your life. We had two, I do 3 card spreads. Two of the 3 cards are um, major arcana, and they're major. It's about a major shift. And at the bottom of the deck, we have our third major arcana, justice. This is about fairness and truth. That's the energy surrounding this entire situation. Yeah. Let me put this to the side, justice to the side. What is under justice? Interestingly enough, is the devil. Is another major arcana, which means that there is something habitual going on. What I'm getting is that, there is an energy that maybe you feel of I can't help myself. I got to do it. It's an opportunity. I got to take like a opportunistic opportunity type person is what I'm saying. Um King of Swords, the Hangman, the Fool. King of Swords, the Hangman, the Fool is what our 3 card spread is about. And I just heard clarity. The King of Swords is somebody who is very logical. You know, some sees him as the Ice King, somebody who pays attention and is very perceptive. May not be intuitive, but he can see bullshit from a mile away. And let me just clarify something. Get these cards up here. And clarify the Hangman, because with the Magician, what is it's all these majors now? clarifying the hangman with the magician, and clarifying the fool with the knight of swords. Yeah, this is the king of swords is somebody who is definitely like I said, they're really logical. The first thing that they'll think about is making head over heart moves. And this is about the things that you want. However, this is also about the things that you how you block yourself in obtaining those things. This is about balance, that fairness and truth, and being so blocked off from connected to that emotional part of yourself, or the not emotional, um, intuitive, maybe even some emotions, but it's more intuitive. So it's about shifting everything, because that's what the hangman is about, shifting your perspective. But they don't want to just shift your perspective, because this is a situation is that you always have to, yeah, you should always be playing chess, Pisces. However, it shouldn't always just come from here. This needs to be intuitive and logical moves. There needs to be balance in the connection. And just by moving logically, you're going to miss out on a lot of shit. A lot of shit. It's putting a glass ceiling on yourself. And with the fool being clarified by the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is somebody who is, they make moves. And the fool is somebody who makes moves based on everything's going to be all right, because I know my team got me. I know the universe has me. My benevolent ancestors got me, and they'll show me the way. They'll show me, what to watch out for when I come up on it. And so it's having that connection of the two. Again, it's having that connection of the two. And so just to go back to the hangman, that's clarified by the magician, to have everything that you want and go beyond that. Because what you want, Pisces, is just the baseline. That's just the baseline, boo. You can manifest anything, and everything that you're thinking about manifesting is the baseline. However, everything that you're thinking about manifesting is already limited, because that's your ceiling with logic. That's the ceiling. This is something that you have to perfect, that intuitive side of you. It's something that you have to work on. It's not going to happen overnight. Yeah, that's what this is. There's a lot that, let's get some more into it. Like, because I feel like there's more that spirit has to say about this, just because you've been moving about, which is interesting because this is a Pisces reading. Pisces is it's a water sign. Like, yeah, it's all about like emotions, but I don't know what else you got going on in your chart, Pisces. So, you know. So, what else, spirit? What else for Pisces about this unhealed narrative? We got the Queen of Swords now. King and Queen of Swords. The Empress. Ooh, interesting. And the Chariot. All these ding dang majors. At the bottom of the deck, the King of Pentacles. Some of you, I heard business. Some of you are business owners. Um, spiritually, spiritually, how you make money. This isn't about religion, y'all. This is about spirituality. How you are provided for, your provisions, is not disconnected from your spirituality. The King of Pentacles recognizes that, which is why he's so successful in his own right and can afford to take care of everybody and also chill with all them children. It's like, gosh, sir, do you have like three children under five? What the entire fuck? Like, so but no, it's one of those things when you are navigating and because abundance and success, those things are personal. There's no blanket idea of success no matter what society tells us, right? So we have to realize that everything is connected, including our provisions and spirituality. And we got the Queen of Swords, the Empress, and the Chariot. Huh. Queen of Swords is just the feminine of the King of Swords, right? She's also somebody who's very logical, very astute, and also can see pinpoint bullshit from a mile away. However, regardless of your gender identity or biological sex, they're trying to shift your life into Empress, Emperor, ruler for my non-binary folks out there mode. There's somebody, Emperor, Empress. Those are people who have mastered all the kings and queens, because kings and queens are here. Emperor, empresses, rulers, you know, there is a higher standard. And this is something it has to happen sooner rather than later, because the Chariot is the fastest card in the deck. And not only that, but this is about putting you on the right path. The Chariot is also about being on a divine path, shifting your focus in how you move about. And it's not that, you can't be smart, make smart moves. It's that you only need to be smart. You only need to be intelligent. That's the unhealed narrative. That your spirituality is separate from your abundance, separate from your career path, separate from your business. When it is the 5D, your spirit team, your benevolent ancestors, God, whomever it is you lean into, your angels or higher self, who gives you every opportunity you have. You're not doing this on your own. You didn't make the way. You just stepped in the damn door. But the door was created for you. And you didn't create that shit. Respectfully. Let's get some advice here. Let me move this deck. Pisces. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you would like a personal reading, they are available and there are multiple options. Send me an email and I'll let you know what those options are and how you can get one. Okay, what's the advice for Pisces, please? Yeah, they are definitely trying to move you into your divine path, into that path of abundance that you want, Pisces. Again, abundance is personal. We got the 8 of Pentacles here. And we have the 5 of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this is definitely about abundance, that in the material world and beyond. But this is about opening your mind. And this is about starting and growing from a different perspective. You got with the king and the queen of swords here, you got this logic and astute and intelligence thing down pat. You are a learner, obviously. You pick up things like, you know, a baby picks up toys easily because, they got them good baby needs and things. You don't pick up stuff like a 40 something year old, or, you know, got to think about it like, should I just leave it up? It's not like that. You pick up things easier. And that's coming from a 40 something year old who has fairly good knees and plays sports. Anyway, it's not about me. But yeah, when we have a page here, this is about an opportunity to learn more, to grow more, and not just do that, but be determined and take the responsibility of, okay, divine path, huh? Expanding it, huh? Okay. And I can see you meeting that challenge. I can see you meeting that challenge because obviously you're somebody who's persistent, you're determined. And there's obviously some, because this is the pentacle, there is some, you like what you like. You like to live a good life. You like things. And why put a ceiling on the things that you like if the the divine, your angels, has so much more for you? Why would you limit yourself? I can hear you saying that, Pisces. Like, what? I'm limiting what the fuck she talking about? Like, okay, well, she kind of makes sense. Hmm, I don't like that. I gotta change some shit up. Like, I can see that happening. I can see that happening. And that is one of those things here that, the divine is going to show you, Pisces, how to uh improve and hone in on that intuitive nature. So it's they're working in tandem, your intelligence and your intuition, both of those damn eyes, they're working together. And it's about working smarter, not harder. Working smarter, not harder. Like, yeah, you can see bullshit, but now you can feel it. Like, this shit don't feel right. Before it even hits your door, it's like, it can't even come in for you to see it because you feel it. This is about, changing up how you move, changing up how you work in this human experience, and expanding and expounding on that. So it's really about separating yourself. That's what this 5 of cups is about. Separating yourself from that unhealed narrative about how you don't need intuition or you don't need the emotional part side of yourself to be successful. And nah, that shit ain't true. It's true to an extent. It's a half truth. Again, it's not an absolute truth. That's what we're talking about. Absolute truths. And that's not an absolute truth. Thunder doesn't always happen when it's raining. Or thunder doesn't only happen when it's raining. I think I've been quoting that wrong at the end of these readings. Thunder doesn't only happen. I heard Spirit say only. Oh. Thunder doesn't only happen when it's raining. I know the song. It's like, thunder doesn't only. You know what I said. Anyway, let's get your last messages here from Spirit, please. Yeah, y'all know where I was going with it. Cause I swear, for a little while I was just singing along. Thunder only happens when it's raining. It's like, and I was like, wait a minute. Nah, I've lived several places and experienced several sunny days where it was thundering. It's like, that's not science, but it's not life. It's not life. It is a life. Anything else? That's it. Okay, let's see what messages, final messages that are here for you. Grace. Pisces, grace. It isn't just a password or something that you say before you eat. Get some. Get some grace. Grace for yourself. Grace for yourself, not just for others, for yourself. What else we got here, Spirit? Think bigger. The divine is not on a budget. They said that's it, that's all. Ain't no glass ceilings here. All right, Pisces. I hope this helps. And I hope this helps you for your highest good. Yeah. Thunder doesn't only happen when it's raining. Until next time, y'all. Bye.